Hi Spidey fans, it's your friendly neighbourhood, the ultimate Spider-Man fan here, and welcome back to another video on me reading my epic Marvel Spider-Man PS4 related book, Hostile Takeover. So you'll just see some more screenshots here. I'll just say my intro anyway. Like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell, and then follow me on Twitter as well. Type in the sign all capitals without spaces, the ultimate Spide, SPID. And yeah. So let's just jump right into this. So, chapter 11. It was a truth universally. It was a truth universally acknowledged that a man with pizza would want something to drink. She knocked on his front door, holding a 6-pack of swell Coca-Cola. He came to the door wearing a tank top and sweatpants. He wasn't a huge guy, but he was wiry and covered with a defined layer of muscle. He had a low forehead with thick eyebrows that came dangerously close to touching a wide nose that had clearly been broken more than a few times, and thin, bloodless lips. It was the eyes that struck her most, though they were pale blue and small and strangely cloudy, as if he was thinking about something else, even while trying to process the meaning of the beverage-laden stranger at his door. Maya gave him her best smile. She wasn't exactly dressed to impress, and she absolutely hated using her looks to sway men. On the other hand, there was nothing wrong with being friendly. I thought you could use a drink to go with that pizza. He squinted at her and looked as if his mind was 1,000 miles away. You a neighbour or something? He stuck his head out of the door and looked around. I don't like neighbours. I don't like nosy neighbours especially. I'm not a neighbour, Maya said, keeping the smile going, but thinking this might have been a really bad idea. Still, she'd started, so she might as well go for broke. I'm just a person who thought you might have worked up a big thirst swinging around the city. There was a blur of movement. The bags clambered to the floor, and she was inside Bingham's apartment. Her arm hurt. She was backed against the wall. He had grabbed her, lashed out like a viper, and pulled her inside. One of the soda cans had cracked open and its hissing contents pulled on the floor. Bingham slammed the door shut and spun to face her. His eyes were no longer cloudy, no longer distant. Who sent you? He demanded, moving closer. Maya was in her element. She'd seen him fight on the video camera feed. It hadn't been much, but it had been enough. He swung at her, hurling a fist like a barroom brawler, but connected only with air. As he turned, she was in his blind spot, behind him, dealing a sharp blow to his kidneys. He let out a hissing breath and staggered forward. Maya took a step back and held up her hands. I just brought drinks, she said. I'm not here to hurt you. Then she looked around. There was something weird about this apartment. There was no real furniture, just some plastic folding chairs and a table. The pizza box was propped on one of the chairs. No television, no books, no books or magazines. Nothing to keep him busy except clear plastic stacking boxes, and they held very peculiar things, a container of paper clips, another of rubber bands, a third of unused hotel soap bars, and those were the less disturbing ones. That there were containers of dirt, of frayed shoelaces, of crumbled balls of tissue. There were jars too. Some of them contained liquid of various shades of yellow. Maya didn't want to think about those. Another contained what had to be hundreds of dead cockroaches. Under no circumstances did she want to be in an enclosed space with a cockroach collector. Without saying a word, he came at her again, fast and deadly, like her father's killer. He had incredible skills. sorry, Spidey-Fan just says I'm recording this really late at night. But he thought much more conventionally. He lashed out with a fist. She made as if to return the punch, but stepped back instead. She wasn't there to prove herself. She wasn't there to beat him. She wanted information. If she damaged him, it might make Mr. Fisk very, very angry with her. Stop. We're on the same side, she said. I work for Mr. Fisk, just like you. Benham took another swing at her, but caught on the air. He then stopped and laughed. How do you do that? He asked. Sorry, how do you do that? He asked. His body language a little more relaxed. I'm fast, she said. We're both fast, right? She wasn't nearly as fast as he was, but she could fight a whole lot smarter than this guy if she had access to his technology, to his training, whatever that had been. She could only imagine the things she could accomplish. Avenging her father was at the top of the list. Making Spider-Man pay for the first thing she would do. Making Spider-Man pay would be the third thing she would do, but after that, she could be whatever Mr. Fisk needed her to be. He stood and lowered his hands, keeping them clenched in the fists. She observed. Who are you again? Bingham asked. The fight over. He turned to grab a slice of the box of pizza. He took a long time closing his piece. Then he snapped around, grinning at her. You want one? No thanks. She couldn't imagine eating food that had spent any time in this apartment. He turned to study the following beverages. This seemed to occupy him for some time. Maybe he wasn't as bright as she'd thought. After a moment, he grabbed the can of soda. Something to drink, he said, grinning again. I'm good, she said. Just want to talk. You can't hear anything. He smiled broadly. You're a deafie. You've been watching my lips. Then it struck her. He'd asked her the same questions about the pizza and the drinks. When he'd had his back to her and she hadn't known, Maya didn't make a point of hiding the fact that she was deaf. Let people make of it what they would. If they wanted to underestimate her, they did so at their own peril. Still, she felt as if she'd given up she'd given up a weakness he could exploit. How come you don't have that deaf person voice? He asked earnestly, as if it was a reasonable question. Because I've worked so hard to hear. Because I've worked hard to sound like someone who can hear, said, crossing her arms. Now, would you mind if I asked you a few questions? Are you here because Mr. Fisk sent you? He said, tearing a piece out of his pizza as if he was imagining biting someone's head off. You can tell Mr. Fisk that sending his little deaf girl over here wasn't part of the deal. So where was I there? Sorry. You can tell Mr. Fisk that sending his little deaf girl over here wasn't part of the deal. Maya frowned. This would be this would be a lot. This would be a lot easier if they could relax. And she wished Bingham would invite her to sit. Though now that she thought about it, she wasn't sure she'd want to sit in any of those chairs. I think we got off to a bad start. She suggested. I don't know. It was fun when I grabbed you. Bingham said, yanked you inside. That was a good start. He scolded. It wasn't so good after that. It wasn't so good after that. I just need some information. Maya said for Mr. Fisk. Bingham snorted. Too bad, because I'm not a Fisk bootlicker. I don't work for him, deaf girl. I'm a contractor. Contractor. He repeated, dragging the word out. You understand? That means he asks me to do a job. If I want to do it and the price is right, it'll get done. If I don't like it, I don't do it. That's how it works. But if there's nothing but there's nothing I can't do. Did you know that about me? Did you know I'm special? No, Maya said sweetly. I mean, I heard you had an impressive skill set. She left it at that to see what he said. You don't know anything, he replied. Thief, assassin, safecracker, infiltrator, infiltrator, human dynamo, space explorer, black ops and web work. You want it? I've done it. I've been trained. She thought. He puffed out his chest a little. The world was a strange place, but man, it was willing to gamble at all. Gamble at all that this guy had been in space, and what exactly was a human dynamo. Regardless, Mr. Fisk was trusting Ben Ham to do a job, so she could assume thieving and safe cracking were real. So, what was your mission tonight? She asked for Mr. Fisk. If you don't know, I ain't gonna tell. He replied. Okay, I let you know what that was, but I'll say it's better now. Belly gently. The grin was long gone. You're real pretty, but I'm not dumb enough to let anything slip. How do I even know you work for Fisk? She took a business card out of her pocket and handed it to him. He stared at it for a moment, then screwed up his face and squared. Anyone could print these up, he said, but you know what? I believe you. You want to know why I believe you? Because you're a human dynamo. She just shook her head. That's how you talk about him, he continued. See, people give things away with how they say stuff, and you sound like you'd be happy to spend all day, every day, licking his gigantic shoes. That's how I know you're the real deal. So what I think is this, Miss Special Assistant. He waved her business card around. I think you're maybe not as special an assistant as you'd like to be. I think maybe the Kingpin hasn't told you nearly as much as you'd like to know about my business. Maybe you asked him and he clammed up. Ben Hamad, maybe you didn't have the guts to ask him. You clearly have guts. But when it comes to him, I ain't so sure. Still, you've got the guts to come here, spy on me, and then ask me about it. Go toe to toe with a guy who will wipe the floor with you. That's why I think May narrowed her eyes. Ben Ham wasn't terribly smart. Of that she was certain. At the same time, he had a kind of animal cunning that made him dangerous. It wouldn't do to underestimate him again. Yet she could use him to her advantage. A person like this, who likely had struggled in school, who had spent his whole life knowing he wasn't smart enough, would have weaknesses. She could explode. Very good, she said. Best to soft paddle it. You're not wrong, but just because Mr. Fisk hasn't chosen to tell me everything, you don't have to make the same choice. We could come to an understanding. Even she wasn't sure what that might mean, but his reaction could speak volumes. He snorted. So I don't know how, but his reactions could speak volumes. He snorted. Nice try, he said, but I'm not saying anything that might affect me getting paid. I need money for my things. Okay then, at least tell me this, she said. Where did you get those moves? How did you learn to excuse me, sorry. How did you learn to imitate Spider-Man and do it so well? Imitate? Benham choked out the word. I'm not imitating anyone. I am Spider-Man. Maya stared at him, not sure what to say. Look at this. He lifted his shirt. At first glance, he appeared to have a bandage strapped across his stomach. Then she realized it was a porch, the sort nervous travellers wore when in strange cities, so they wouldn't have to leave leave their passports in hotel rooms or risk having them stolen out of pockets or backpacks. Bingham reached into the porch and pulled out an old black and white photo, unfolding it. It was brittle and held together by tape. Where folds had split long ago, he handed it to her. The photo showed Spider-Man swinging through Midtown. He was facing towards the camera as if he knew it was there. There was something about the angle of the composition of the image that made it appear as if he was looking right at the viewer. No, it was something more than that. It felt as if he was looking into her. Maeve refolded it quickly. She couldn't stomach even the illusion that Spider-Man might read her thoughts. He'd known them and read her thoughts. He'd known them in the end, though she would be the last person he saw. She would be the last person he saw when she avenged her father. There was some small printing on the back of the photograph. It was a Daily Bugle logo and a date from 6 years earlier. She handed the print back to Bingham, letting go the moment his fingers made contact. Maya didn't want him touching her. He was creepy. Do you see it? He asked. Honestly, she said, no, I don't. He snorted and put the photo back in the sleeper post. They never learned. Not until it's too late. Soon, it'll be too late for you, deaf girl. Brutally, he waved towards the hallway. Now get out of here while you still can. With that, he turned his back on her. Mayor had the district impression he was still talking to her. Deliberately saying things he knew she couldn't hear. Opening the door, she walked out of his apartment more confused than ever. What was Mr. Fisk thinking? Putting his trust in someone so unpredictable. What could be so important? He was a man who never took chances, who mapped out every move like a chess master. Why on earth would he introduce such a irritational I don't know what that says. Such irritationally with this old so rational world. Yet experience told her not to doubt. There had been times in the past when she had been unable to see her mentor's grand strategy, though she was ashamed to admit it. There had even been a time when she doubted his innocence. Yet he always proved himself president and precise and just. Here again, she might doubt, but eventually she'd see the wisdom of his actions. She knew it to be true, but she also knew she could not let it go. And yeah, that's going to be Spidey-Fan. So yeah, that's on the top of chapter 12. And we're on to Peter now, probably in with Theodore Penton. Oh wait, it's in the Daily Bugle. That's right. Well, that's going to be it for this video, Spidey-Fan. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and again, thanks for pausing during that reading a few times. Yeah. Other than that, it's your friendly neighborhood. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and it's your friendly. I'll see all you Spidey fans in all of my next epic Spidey videos. It's your friendly neighborhood, the ultimate Spidey fan, over and out. Thwip, thwip, thwip.